Story today, KHDA denies the summer holiday date rumours. So, parents, teachers, students, school is not out for summer. You might have been gearing up for an early closure this year following a report that went live that schools would close for summer on June 26. Following this report, questions from concerned parents, so the KHDA had to take to Twitter to shut down the report.
So the KHDA tweeted, "Not the case. Parents should refer to their school's approved academic calendar for details on the end of the academic year, and dates for Eid al-Adha holidays will be announced by the federal government. So do keep a lookout for those dates."
So in short, as always, the Eid holidays will be announced by the federal government. And then for summer holidays, just refer to your school's academic calendar. Now, people have questions about whether that could change. A lot of people were basically, because obviously the Eid al-Adha break is going to be potentially, we're waiting for the federal announcement, but potentially a 6-day break. And then the kids are coming back into school for another 4.5 days after that. So people are questioning whether or not, would it be easier to put the day somewhere else? I'll just pump out some of the questions here. So some people were saying Baker 32446, it makes sense to close early. The children won't come in 4 days after Eid, so could they be added somewhere else? But that is not the case. As we know so far, you'll follow your academic school calendar year, and they're usually done in advance and they don't change.
Yeah, honestly, I see like the point of like parents saying like, okay, if Eid break is going to happen, they're just coming back for 4 more days. Like it does make sense to close earlier, or like don't give them the Eid break.
See? There's another solution. Don't give them the e-break. But also, these are two questions. But obviously, parents who are working, they've planned in their time. You can't just pull away 4 days from the year. So, as it stands, we're waiting for the government announcement for Eid. It's looking to be 4 + 2, 6 days, and then the kids will go back to school for 4 or 5 days after that. But it's all based on their academic school calendar, so you can check that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like we were excited that schools were closing early. Students were excited that schools were closing early. Teachers were excited that schools were closing early. Motorists were excited that schools were closing early.
Parents weren't.
Yeah, parents weren't.
Parents weren't.
They were the only ones who weren't.
But also,
majority wins.
Bigger picture, less days kids are in school, the less they learn. Means that I'm going to get shot today. The less they are able to take on the world in future.
4 days of school?
Keep the kids in school.
4 days of school. Yeah. If you're looking at the bigger picture, will you remember those 4 days of school?
Well, no, because if it happens once, if you become into the habit of putting the kids out and then you do more and more, then they'll miss in total 80 days of school.
I promise you, unless KHDA is monitoring every school for those 4 days, no work is going to get done.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I was a teacher, I know. Because half the students come in, half the students come in. That's the problem. It's a lot less the number of the kids come in, and then therefore you don't want to do too much in the academic calendar because the other kids will miss out. But it's a nice time to be in school. You know, it's very relaxed. You know, we take our time and watch the movies. we didn't have a TV in my school. There was no movies.
Really?
No, it was actually
projector. You had a projector.
No.
Smart board.
No.
What are you saying?
Exactly.
When were you? At what year were you teaching?
That was the style of school that I was in. It was
Which
very
century? Like no.
Excuse you.
No TV. They had TV in like the 90s schools as well.
No, I was in Abu Dhabi and Dubai 4 years teaching, and we didn't have a TV. I think towards the end, like maybe one teacher was able to do a movie on a Friday, but that was just not part of the ethos of the school. It was very much learn.
That is so messed up.
You can DM me for that name of that school if you want your kids to just go head focused into learning.
That's quite a rebellious teacher. Have you seen the School of Rock, the movie, where he only showed his students movies, and then he turned his entire classroom into a band?
Oh yeah, no, they had checks on us. There was people walking the corridors. There was none of that.
Well, maybe in her class, the one who got a TV.
I think maybe I don't know. Yeah,
no.
I don't know if that was rebellious.
If I were a teacher, I think if you were a teacher too as well.